Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. In today's video, of course, come spend the day with us. So first thing we're gonna do, you can see Andy's all loaded up here. We're actually headed up to my mom and daddy's to go build mama a raised bed for Mother's Day. So y'all come along with us. Boy, this thing's twisted.
Ain't it though?
He said he went up to the barn to work on something. They don't know how.
Oh, I know. We're trying to make it easy on you. Well, there's the finished product. We're gonna let that dirt sit and settle for a little bit, let them clods dry out, and hopefully we'll get it planted for come Mother's Day. So next thing on the list is, y'all heard us talk about in a previous video, we do have some spots we let the cows graze the sides of the pasture. So we're actually gonna move them down here on the side of the part of the road that goes down to the creek today, and just give them a few hours out there, let them work on that for us, so we don't have to mow and weed eat it. Work smarter, not harder, ain't that right?
That's right. We're gonna close the wire behind them and make them stay in there, so hopefully they actually eat it down halfway decent.
They're calling for rain this upcoming weekend, so y'all, we are praying for rain right now. Because it's gotten a little crispy, and it's only May.
Come on. No, Tiger. Look at that little steer. I'm telling you what, he is pretty.
Tiger, help me out here. There you go. There you go.
Round him up in there, Tiger. The black one still ain't gonna go through there. You might just have to stay over here on this side, buddy. We got one that didn't come. All the cows are in here except the little steer way out there. He's in the woods now. We've tried our best. He won't come through this gate right here.
He just don't understand. So, but they're only gonna be in here a few hours. So
yeah, we'll leave him in here till milking time.
yeah, so he'll be all right.
So we're gonna leave these in here, and hopefully they take care of some of this mowing on this road for us. I doubt they do a lot, but at least they'll give them a few hours worth of eating. And so all we do is pull one of the spring gates across the road right here. And once we pull that one across, that opens up this pasture to this road. And then we've got this wire run over to the pig fence. You can see right there. I mean, this ain't nothing fancy. This is just a single little bitty wire run over to the pig fence. So one side of the road they have the pig fence, one side they have their fence. And then up at the top of the hill, we've just got a wire pulled across up there to close it off. But we tried our best to get them to come in here. Y'all just chow down for a few hours here. Eat until your heart is content, please. Well, if she does, she does. If she gets back in there, she can easily jump that one down there.
Well, the funny story about Belle is that she is a jumper.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she could jump it.
I ain't never seen a cow jump like a deer, but by golly, when we got her, she did.
She did. She sure did. I don't know how good this is going to work, but they're all huddled down there at the gate now because the other calf, you know, didn't come in here. Maybe they'll give up on it and get up in here and eat. This is what we do up here is we just run a wire across to block this road. Tie it to the pig fence too. That way they can't come on up the hill. What do you think, Miss Lawson?
I'm just watching them. Because Cookie's back in there now too.
Yeah, Cookie just jumped the wire and got in there at the fence with her buddy.
She's telling him how to
See
get
him
in
there?
maybe.
Well, anyways, you want to show them what else we got up here?
Yeah. Show them our newest addition.
Our newest investment.
Yeah.
Let's look at it that way. So what you got?
Well, we got us a little greenhouse. I had a friend that got one, and a fella I know, and he was showing it to me and told me where he got it from. There's an Amish community up close to us in Meadows of Dan, Virginia, that hand make these things, and I didn't even know they were making any because last time we were up there they didn't have any. But this was the last one they had made from the winter, and it was the perfect size. And so,
You remember what size it is?
7 by 7.
That's right.
Yep, it's a 7 by 7, and it's gonna do what we want to do with it.
Yeah, starting the stuff we want to start and maybe keeping a few plants in it over the winter or something. I think this is going to work out perfect.
Well, see, the thing here is, you know, we've had people.
I've got it sitting on the trailer right now.
I've had people ask us in the past, you know, why don't we do a high tunnel or a big greenhouse? But y'all, it takes a pretty good sized flat spot to do that, and I know y'all have heard us say in other videos we ain't got much of that around here. So.
No, we don't.
And this, I mean, it was affordable. It's handmade.
And it's made pretty good.
Yeah, they made it. They made it good, and this is exactly what I was looking for.
And we got a good price on it.
Exactly. Yeah, very affordable price.
Matter of fact, we
were helping a small business. I mean, the fellow we bought it from in the Amish community, his nephew is who made it. So.
Yep, he said he made them over the winter to have something to sell this spring because they were slow during the winter time, and so they wanted a way to generate some more income. So they made them over the winter.
And that made the purchase that much more sweet because I don't know, you know where the money is going.
Right.
You know, them
and
families up there.
Super friendly people too.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm tickled to get it off the trailer, and at least I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Well, let's go show them where it's going.
All right.
So I think we're going to set it right here beside this building. Some of y'all may have noticed in several videos back that this has been like a growed up junk hole right here. Well, we cleaned it up. We got out all the junk that wasn't supposed to be in here. We cleaned up all the mess, and I'm working on flattening out this spot right here. Then we just had this gravel delivered last night, and I'm going to put gravel down because that thing doesn't have no floor in it. So what's on the ground will be the floor. So we're going to fix a nice little gravel pad right here and then set it off the trailer. But setting it off the trailer is going to be the interesting part. Because our forks on the tractor aren't long enough to go all the way across it.
And how did they load it?
They had a forklift on this side and a forklift on this side, and we backed the trailer under it.
Maybe you can get your daddy to come up here and y'all could do
Yeah,
that.
if it last resort, I think that's what I'll do, is get Daddy on one side with his tractor and me on the other side with my tractor.
But then after you get it off the trailer,
You're still going to have to move it.
How you gonna get it?
That's right. So we do have some fork extensions that go on the tractor, and I'm hoping they're long enough to reach all the way from one side to the other, but we haven't tried it yet. So
We could just use it on the trailer.
Just leave it on the trailer? I know, I don't hardly ever need my trailer, and now that the thing's been on the trailer, I've needed it I don't know how many times. That's usually the way it goes. But we need to get it off the trailer. So I may actually work on that today. Maybe that's what I'm going to do right now.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Work on this and get this ready and halfway leveled up.
See how far that gets us.
And see where that gets us.
Well, y'all won't never guess what I'm doing today. We're making more butter. I make butter still about every 3 days. So, like I've said before, you just get while the getting's good. And I'm freezing all the excess to have for when I'm not getting any milk, because that time will come. And y'all, there are quicker ways to do this, I'm sure, as far as making butter, scraping the cream. I've tried with the, you know, like things people put lemonade in. It's got the little nozzle at the bottom. I tried that last year. But I'll be honest with y'all, I felt like I couldn't get that nozzle as clean as I wanted it. Because with milk, you know, things have to be pretty clean. And that thing was really hard to clean. So I just continue to do it this way. I could buy a cream separator that would do this for me. But y'all, washing an extra jar and a little spoon is a whole lot less time consuming than washing them things. That's just my take on it, and I don't mind standing here scraping it like this. Her production is dropping a little bit, which is expected. You know, the older the calf gets, the less milk I'm going to get, because the calf's going to be drinking it all. So I've gone from getting a gallon to a gallon and a half a day to most days I get about 3/4 of a gallon. And that's fine. That's still plenty for us and plenty to share with the pigs. So, and then we'll be drying her off. She needs at least 3 months. I think it's 3 months of a dry period before she has another calf. So I'm hoping we'll have another calf sometime January, February, possibly beginning of March next year. My little butter maker is outside. When it starts warming up outside, y'all, I can't keep these youngins in the house, if you wonder where she's at. That's fine with me, though.
To get this spot halfway level, I don't have to get it perfect right now because the gravel can level it up some as well. But I've already cut out some of it with the tractor, you can see there. I'm gonna take this board, it's right at 7 foot, and I'm gonna lay it across right here and see if that's roughly level, and then I'm gonna lay it that way and see if it's roughly level, and lay it that way. You know, check it on all sides of where the greenhouse would be sitting. And it's not exactly the proper way to do it. I should have me some strings pulled, and I'd be able to measure down and, you know, have those strings set level and be able to measure down from the strings to check it all. But to me, this just seemed like a quick, easy way to do it. And it should get me pretty close to being right. And then, like I say, once I put the gravel in here, if I have to, I can, well, set the greenhouse on here. And if it ain't quite right, I can easily jack up the greenhouse in one corner or the other and set it the way it's supposed to be. So I'm not worried about that. Being that it's not some big, huge building, that's not going to be an issue. Where it's just a little 7x7, and it's really not even that heavy. It's just kind of awkward to pick up. So I'm gonna check this with my level in this board here and see just how close I am already. And if I'm anywhere close, I'll go ahead and put the gravel on it. If I need to cut out some more with the tractor, I'll do that. So I think we're gonna fix it to where the front door is sitting right about here. That's actually only about an inch off, checking it that way. All right, so we've got a high spot right there, right in the middle of that board. So I am going to have to shave just a little bit more off of this top side.
I'm gonna put my butter in my cold water here. Squeeze out as much of that milk as I can. The more milk you squeeze out, the longer it'll keep for you in the fridge. Now I'm gonna squeeze it a little more here. I'll rinse it just a little bit under some cold water. Add us a little salt. Work that in just a little bit. Just have to make quick work of it because your butter will start melting from the heat of your hands. And that salt helps squeeze a little more milk out of there too. There we go. Then I just shape it with my hands. I like to kind of flatten it into a square or rectangle. It just fits in my freezer a little bit better. There we go. So I'll sit that in the fridge till tomorrow. I'll wrap it in wax paper and it'll be ready to freeze.
Well, I believe I've got it ready to set the greenhouse on. I don't know how this looks on camera. I had to build it up right there in that corner with some gravel, but I've got me a good 7x7 level pad right here. Then the rest of this gravel is just going to be used to fill in some of this where there ain't no gravel. And I'll probably put a little bit more right here where I will be walking in the front door of the greenhouse. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go put my pallet forks on and I'm gonna go get the fork extensions. And I'm just gonna see if I can get that greenhouse off of that trailer. See how this goes. if it's gonna work or not. That's long enough if they'll stay there. I need to get me a pair of vice grips. I got enough room. Put me a pair of vice grips on there, maybe they won't slide back as I put them up under.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home. I have no idea if this is going to work. It may not work. And we may just have to get Daddy's tractor to lift on the other side. But if I can do it by myself, I'm going to do it. So we're going to find out. But no joke, I really don't recommend doing this at home. Because if too much weight was on the end of those extensions there, it'll rip this out. Fortunately, I don't think this thing's heavy enough to do that. But we're about to find out.
Here goes nothing. Yeah, you're there. You're as there as you're gonna get.
That work?
Maybe.
Pinch my strap.
You think it'll sit there when you move?
I'm just gonna go real slow and find out.
Oh, he always makes me so nervous.
Find the way in the trailer?
Yeah. Taking my breath. Here's a flatter one.
Yeah, but it ain't high enough like that. Lift it up a little bit. I can get him out of there.
Well, you almost gave me a heart attack.
I want to see you pick it up now so we can get them blocks out. Just lift up each corner.
Just manhandle it.
I think you can.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, no joke.
Why don't
maybe,
you just sit the little forks under there to?
That's what we will. We'll
So
just
just
set the
pick it up
we'll set the
just a
forks
hair.
under, and then I'll go under each end and do the same.
Yeah. Instead of killing ourselves.
I was just joking.
Well, you just tried it.
Well, I wanted to see if I could do it.
Is it hot in there?
You darn right it's hot in here. Well, I think Megan's got calmed down now.
Maybe.
Maybe.
At least it's off the trailer and on the ground.
Exactly. I could care less if we do anything else right now, but while we're doing it, we might as well. I'm gonna measure. I want it the same amount on both ends off of the building so I know it's straight. So we're right almost at 3 foot. Look at that. Dang, I couldn't have got it no better. If I'd have had something up here to measure, it's perfect.
Well, good.
So now I guess we'll take the forks and just stick up under the edge, pull the block out, set it down. Then I'll have to come up here in front, stick under that edge and pull that block out, and same on that back corner. how hot it is in this little thing. But it's got a vent right here that we can open up, and then we can leave the door open on this side to let a breeze through in case it gets too hot. Obviously don't have no fancy automatic stuff or anything like that, but I'm planning on building shelves down this side, and then I'll turn them right here, and then I'll turn right here to where you'll really just have no room but nothing to come in here and walk. And we'll have shelves all the way around. So probably, I don't know, 1.5 2 foot shelves, something like that. And I mean, me and her were thinking, like, with that much shelf space, I mean, we can get quite a few trays of seed starts on this.
Yep.
So hopefully, now in the future, that since we've got us a place like this, like, we can start doing our onions.
I'm excited.
I am too. My goodness, it's hot in here.
Yes, it is. Let's get out.
I'm gonna open that.
The air come on when you walked outside.
Golly, as hot as it feels out here, it actually feels like air conditioned now.
But see how cute it is? I love it.
The rest of this gravel here will go around in the dirt spots that you see here. So we've got some spare gravel, and that's kind of what I wanted, but there it is.
I love where you put it too.
It's so cute.
It is cute.
I've got a few minutes here this evening, so I'm gonna work on getting this gravel spread, and hopefully shouldn't take me but a few minutes to get that knocked out. Well, there it is. One more job complete. Let's see if it's cooled off in here any. It's still pretty hot in here, but it's definitely cooled off. There's just a little bit of a breeze blowing right through here. Well, it's definitely hotter in there than it is outside, but we'll keep check on that. We'll probably have to find a way to regulate temperature. But other than that, I do believe this is going to work out nicely. I really like it. I really do. All right, well, I'm done with this. So I'm not sure what the rest of the day is going to hold. So let's find out. But the kids just left from down here. They just got done slopping the pigs, and I thought I'd walk down here and let y'all see what they look like. These things are flat out growing. It's not going to be long at all. We need to be turning them out into the woods there. Probably just a little bit behind on that, to be honest. But where it hadn't been raining, inside their pen here really ain't that muddy except for right here at the water trough. I got to wash that out. I just noticed they didn't get that. Alright, now we got some good clean water, which I'm sure not for long. They'll be right back in it and it'll be muddy again, but we'll just clean it out again tomorrow. I was going to also show you our blackberries are starting to bloom, so everything's looking really good here. It looks like we're going to hopefully have us a bumper crop of blackberries again this year. And these strawberries, my goodness, y'all, we come out here last night, all of this greenery here that you see is strawberries. And then down in there, there's several strawberry plants too. But we come out here last night and probably picked at least a gallon of strawberries. Couldn't believe that there was that many ripe already. Man, them things are coming in. They're showing off right now. But hopefully we can come out here tonight and pick a few more, because we left several that wasn't quite ripe yet. We'll see. But I think Megan's fixing to milk a cow up here, so we're gonna go see if we can get her or help her get the cow up and get that thing milked. Well, it's milking time.
Yep. Gotta get her nice and cleaned off. It makes no sense why she gets dirtier out in the grass than she ever did up here in this pen.
That don't make no sense.
She's way dirtier since she's been out in the grass. Maybe she just picks the best pile of cow poop she can find and lays in it.
It sort of looks that way, don't it? Does she feel fuller since the calf's been off over today?
Somewhat. These two were full yesterday.
The front ones?
The front one and that one back one, that one over there was empty. Cookie's been changing it up on me a little bit. And if anybody's wondering why I have the kick bar on today, I think she's coming into heat. She's acting a little jumpy, so better safe than sorry. So she's got it back on today. Don't freak her out now.
Yes, it did.
She's dripping. It's pouring out.
That's what she does. She lets her milk down for me when she comes in this thing, and it is. Some cows don't do good doing this, but she does so good. Because Belle ain't letting nothing go. I don't care how full she is.
Except for her babies.
Yep. Oh, baby. Ooh.
Why do you have to wipe it again?
Dry. Just make sure it's dry. Yeah, she probably will figure out a way to get in here.
She's probably hungry.
She'll be alright. She's actually old enough now. Some people wean them that young.
Do they? How old is she?
Probably 9 weeks old.
Yeah, she's old.
Oh, girl. Oh, he had enough for him.
When are you gonna start milking?
She wants to now, but she's still a little too unpredictable for me to let.
Yeah, I wouldn't put her down here.
Let
under
Maggie
this cow
down
yet.
here. No. Now, look how good she's being. Her being a good cow. Yeah, just being a good cow. Give you a little more. Yeah, she's a little, even though it probably don't look like it on the camera, she's a little more jumpy than she usually is.
I can tell. She seems very tensed up, sort of. She must be in heat.
Like you said, that's good. So I have a lot of people ask here lately about my milk and what do I do with it after it comes from cow to the house. So this is all I do, y'all. I strain it through a reusable coffee filter, and it goes straight in the refrigerator. I don't pasteurize it or anything like that. It's personal choice, but there's a lot of good stuff cooked out of milk during the pasteurization process, and we've been drinking raw milk for 5 years, probably right at about 5 years. And best decision I ever made anyway, I think. And it's so good. Like, you hear all these rumors and stuff about how bad it is, like if it's straight from the cow and it's not store milk. And I mean, that's personal choice too. Some people may feel that way, but y'all, I love milk though. And it is like the best.
Makes some delicious butter too.
Yes, it does. But that's all I do to it. That's from Because this comes straight from the cow you just saw, and it's come straight to the house, and the key is just getting it cold.
You got to get it straight to the refrigerator.
Yep. You don't want it sitting around.
And make sure it's strained and clean.
That's right. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Hope you might have learned a little something. And until we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.